The Quran is universally believed by Muslims to be the perfect, flawless word of Allah. To prove it isn't, all one has to do is find one mistake. So here's 3. 1. The Quran wrongly claims the Virgin Mary is the sister of Aaron. Mary was the mother of Jesus Christ. Aaron was the older brother of Moses. Aaron and Moses had a sister named Mary, or Maryam, as well, which is what confused Muhammad. A full 1300 years separates the Virgin Mary in this verse from Mary, sister of Aaron, which means the Quran has clearly made a mistake by confusing the two. Additionally, there is a hadith, an accepted teaching of Muhammad, that states an early Muslim was told, to his surprise, that the Virgin Mary wasn't the sister of Aaron. He asked Muhammad why the Quran made this mistake. Muhammad, put on the spot, claimed that sister of is an Old Testament expression. However, the fact that such a phrase is not mentioned in a single Jewish source completely undermines this claim. 2. The Quran wrongly claims ants can speak. Here, an ant speaks to other ants to warn them Solomon's army is coming, but ants cannot really speak. Islamic scholars claim the fact that scientists now know ants use sound to communicate, and not just chemicals, supports their case. It's true that ants rub parts of their body together in a process called stridulation to produce noise. It's like running a fingernail over a comb. Stridulation is very basic and could never ever form so complex a sentence as the above. So the most the ant could have said was danger. Besides this, it is impossible for a man to understand an animal's language unless it's a miracle. Yet this is not presented as a miracle. 3. The Quran claims no one was called John before John the Baptist. Muhammad was most probably confused by Luke 1:61, which states this: "There is no one among your relatives who has that name." John is an English name equivalent to Yohanan in Hebrew, Ioannis in ancient Greek, and Yahya in Arabic. There are 27 Yohanans in the Old Testament, all long dead before John the Baptist, which conclusively disproves the Quran's claim. The first New Testament was written in Greek, and here Yohanan is Ioannis. The ancient historian Josephus, who lived at the time, calls him Ioannis too. But not until Muhammad appears, some 600 years later, does the ahistorical name Yahya appear, which suggests Muhammad misheard others speaking about him. Some Islamic scholars have made very lengthy, confusing attempts to prove that Yahya is not the same as John, and so defend the Quran. But these attempts are irrelevant, because Yahya's real name was Yohanan, which others certainly had been named before. In conclusion, the Quran is not the perfect word of God, as it has at least 3 mistakes in it, which an all-knowing Allah would not make. Therefore, Muslims should not believe in the perfect truth of the Quran. Remember, 2 plus 2 can never equal 5, no matter how long or hard one argues it can.